Alright, fuckers, welcome back to what the fuck am I doing? Fundamentals? Artwod beginner roadmap. Practicing fundamentals. Right? This specifically is the artwod, ARTWOD, link in description, blah blah blah. Not blah blah blah, actually, I can't blah 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 them. I need you all to click on that and tell them that Viggy sent you. The grind node, yeah. The practice is draw 20 boxes, one vanishing point on the page, another vanishing point way off the page, right? Hopefully, I've done a decent enough job to showcase that, yeah, like it is relatively off the page. But yeah, all right, let's call to action. Do it with me, right? It doesn't have to be as intense as I've done it. You can simply just do the boxes. But I didn't even want to draw today, bro. I was fucking I was 100% not feeling it. At least this session, because I try to do two a day, right? The fuck happened to my pen? Why is it nipped flat on one side? Anyways, but yeah, but here we are, and here we're gonna do it, and that's all that matters, right? Building the skill to visualize is extremely difficult, but I fucking talk about that shit all the time, which is good. Repetition is also very important. The more you repeat something, the more you're inclined to reinforce it to yourself and believe it, right? Wow, that was actually pretty good. Okay, so I am evidently getting a bit better at really seeing this these vanishing points in these boxes. But yeah, I don't know if I'll have anything like whoa so entertaining to say today, because or at least right now, because I am a bit tired. Eating a lot of food really fucks with you. But all that matters right now is what? That I make the effort. That's all that will ever matter, right? It's unfortunate that the education system has completely bastardized the minds of what were young children, i.e., us, and current young children, those who right now believe that their merit is based on their output and not the energy expend towards the output. Right? That doesn't mean that results don't matter. Of course, results matter. But the funny thing is, the paradox is results come about when you stop focusing on results. Right? When you focus on things that can be controlled within the output, such as the energy you expend, again, and okay, for example, right? I am consistently getting better at art. Not because I'm so focused on getting better at art, I'm focused on getting better at things within the process. Does that make sense? I'm not focused on, okay, like by the end of this all has to look amazing, right? That's not what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about, okay, by the end of this, I need to have had made a genuine cognitive effort on my linemanship, my ability to visualize the convergences, my ability to, in conjunction, place a line while visualizing the convergences. And that's it. Because that is what the grind node entails. Right? And to obviously go outside of my comfort zone. Like right here, this line is very difficult. Right? It is completely outside my comfort zone. Which is why I'm doing it. Which is absolutely why I'm doing it. Right? Another thing, not to ghost the lines that are not to ghost the vanishing points that exist on the page that exist towards the page. Why is that? To again make things more difficult. So really during my practice I'm thinking, but about my practice in terms of like an overall holistic view of my practice, I'm not thinking about the end result. I'm thinking about what within the process is controllable. What means can I control? And it turns out the answer is quite a fucking bit we can control. Quite a fucking bit. Right? And that is all that matters. Evidently, again, I can't think too well right now. Why? Because I ate a bunch of food. The blood's all going to my gut and not my brain. Okay? I told myself I wouldn't ghost, and yet I'm doing it right now. So that is a mistake. That line was also a mistake. But you know what we do? We derive pleasure from mistakes. Because the other option is frustration, which is not conducive to growth whatsoever. Like neurochemically speaking, frustration. What is it on? What is being released? Is it cortisol? No, there's. Huberman said one specific chemical is released, which causes that agitation. I believe is it epinephrine? I think it's epinephrine, the stress chemical. I could be wrong, but epinephrine needs to be released in conjunction with dopamine and cortisol. Right? We need these very specific conditions to be met in order for our brain to be plastic, in order for us to capitalize on that plasticity and learn. But really, the TLDR is focus to the best of your ability, focus on the errors, and focus on the efforts, and tell yourself it is a good thing that you are making this effort, and it is a good thing you are making this error. And life will find a way. And by life, I mean your brain will literally do the rest, so you'll be Gucci. See? That's not too bad. That is literally pretty fucking good, right? But again, I'm not done yet. For we need to make things even more difficult. You probably know what I'm going to do, which is add half an ellipse, right? Because again, we need to think about this vanishing point. That's all the way off the page. We need to keep thinking about that. It doesn't matter, like, it doesn't matter how it turns out, but the point is we got to keep thinking about it. Now, how did that go? Because that's basically the minor axis. Okay, it overshot, but it's really not that bad. There you go, see? Pretty cool looking shape now, I guess. But yeah, that, and it's only been about 7 minutes. Let's say I started about 6 minutes in, or 1 minute in. So it's only been about 6 to 7 minutes. Last time it took me 9 minutes. Progress, right? That was just earlier today. It's even the most minute of progress is still progress, right? That's why all that matters is the effort you put in. I'm gonna keep being a broken record, but I really, really want you to internalize this. Whoever's still listening or watching at this point. Oh fuck! I forgot to do my intro today. Like, subscribe, or fuck off. I don't care. Wait, right? I forgot to do my intro. I'm Biggie. I'm never going to become one of the greatest artists. Blah blah blah. But again, honestly, it doesn't even matter what my intro is because I will prove it with my actions, right? I don't need to tell anyone that I'm endeavoring to become one of the greatest because I will simply become one of the greatest. And then I will come on the greatest. Well, alive or dead. Da Vinci's grave has quite the anxiety attack to look forward to. But let's see. Something like that, and something like this. Lots of nuance, right? Lots of nuance. So actually, it should be something like right there instead. I need to stop murmuring. It does need to be something like there instead. And again, it's the ability to see. That is what we are building. The ability to see. And obviously, the ability to apply while seeing. That's really all art is just see, do, genius, right? But to many, it seems to be confusing. Confusing. But that's not all. There's obviously a lot more than that. That's where nuance again here is going to come into play. Because this may seem parallel to you, but it's not. It's really not, actually. That was a mistake, so I won't connect it. Or we could connect it, doesn't make a difference. There you go. Again, I lost my perspective there. I actually completely did not see while I was connecting and finishing these lines. Just this one and these ones. I was not seeing, right? So that's another thing. Focus will, and if you're normal, like me, or just like any other human being, focus will waver, right? Focus will waver. What it comes down to is your focus that's wavering, to recognize this and then to reinstate that focus, right? Like right now, my focus wavered, right? But I'm in the process of reinstating it. Okay, now we know that this line is incredibly difficult for me. I've already done the hard work of visualizing. I just need to commit. There you go. Now whether, let's see. Okay, that was undershot, right? Maybe closer than I expected. This could actually be pretty accurate. Even my hand-eye coordination seems to lie to me, right? Sometimes. So this actually could be accurate. But the point is, I just need to see the line. And then make the mark. This mark was subpar, right? But I still made it. That one, slightly better. But see, I'm gonna rest my brain, but it's really just about expending as much energy as you can. And this can be trained, just like how my first time I did the drawing for imagination series, I did not know how to approach it at all. It was very difficult. Now, the difficulty lies in the details I want to put in, because I can see a lot better in my mind what I want to draw. It's crazy. It's technically only about 8 to 10 hours of the skill, but this is what it compounds off of, right? But yeah, I'm gonna rest my brain, and I encourage you to do the same. These are disgusting water noises. Jesus Christ! Why does drinking water sound like that? This is like fucking dick suckies, bro. Not that I would know what it sounds like. I would know what it tastes like. But let's see. What other interesting shapes can we do? I really like this exercise. Anything to do with perspective practice. Trust me, in the beginning this was extremely intimidating. Remember when I was doing those planes? Fucking, I don't know, 4 fundamentals parts ago, right? When it was just 1 point perspective, right? That shit was intimidating. Even this was quite a big jump, right? This was quite a big jump, but it's all extremely helpful. I'm actually trying to figure out what is there. Okay, there's 30 cylinders in 2 point perspective. Cool. So I don't really don't have to worry about anything cylindrical at the moment. I will obviously continue to add cylindrical cutouts for my own need, but let's see. There you go. It's also very, you see how this was slightly lopsided? It's actually very difficult to keep in mind multiple vanishing points, and then especially in 2 point perspective, something that one wouldn't think about is the fact that you would have to ensure that making this line perpendicular to the horizon line would be difficult. But it is, because when you are connecting one angled line with another, personally for me, I'm subconsciously angling it without realizing, like I did there, right? But okay, that's a bit off. This I'm gonna make very difficult, right? Because I want to emphasize perspective. There you go, something like that. See? But it's not gonna just end there. Well, this one is. But I'm gonna do something more annoying for myself, which is, let's see. Something like that. And again, this may seem very slow, very tedious to you, and it is because you have no patience. Honestly, simple as that. You have no patience, which is understandable. In the age of information, in the age of quick information, the concept of having to slow down and think must be completely foreign to you. But if you are an aspiring artist, not only will you have to retrain your brain to stop being a fucking idiot and understand that patience is the only way to achieve anything. Sponsored by my nasally voice. But yeah, patience is the only way to achieve anything. Especially the skill of visual communication. Up, see? That's off proportion. Right? These are all pretty good, but that one was off. But yeah, that was extremely difficult. And now we have to do this. Whether I visualize that correctly or not does not matter. It is the effort I put in towards seeing this line. See? This is the beautiful part, is now it's gonna get more and more difficult because I've literally have to add all of these diagonals and everything too, right? So that's why I did it. Because I'm forcing myself to think to a degree that technically nobody wants to think. And it's understandable. Thinking to this degree is incredibly difficult. But those who do think like this is completely off. I just took that in. But those who do think to that degree are the ones who are training an ability that will last them a lifetime, right? Spatial reasoning. Hope this also inspires you to come up with your own ways. Because this is not what the program requires. This is not what artwod requires, right? But you see how you can. The biggest part about learning is pushing your comfort zone. So I have, again, trained myself into the mindset of, okay, how can I just make this more difficult, right? How can I make it more difficult? How can I make it more difficult? How can I make it more difficult? Constantly thinking that is what's allowed me to, I guess, in the eyes of a beginner, excel. But this is nothing special. Millions have done it before me, and millions will continue to do it after. Right? That's the way I like to think about it. It's very difficult, but just because it's difficult doesn't mean it's special. Right? Unless you're one of those morons who thinks I'm talented, then please see yourself to the exit. After liking and subscribing, of course. They're going to make sure the convergences are accurate. See, like I even feel good when I make these mistakes because these lines are horrible, right? Absolutely fucking horrible. But it is in their horrendous nature that I excel. Mindset, everybody, mindset. See, like yeah, that little wiggle in my line just because it wasn't straight completely fucked this entire thing, right? But that's okay because that just teaches me a weakness that I can work on, right? That's all this does. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I don't think this quote unquote episode is gonna hit. Actually, it's only been 22 minutes. Maybe I will hit the additional 10. But even if I don't, it's completely fine. Just keep practicing, right? But let's see. I feel as if these are kind of too close together. Let's draw something here. No, I already did that side. Let's draw something here. Okay, again, I like starting with the vertical line. See? Let's bring this all the way down. Some asymmetry into the mix. That, and then bring it all the way down again. Right, keep working on my lines more than anything. And let's do something here. Let me try ghosting this. It's a bit too far. Should be up there. Okay, that's not too bad. And let's see what's going on here. So again, we need to really reinforce. Nope, that was a complete mistake, but now I have to live with it. Right. Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, that was a complete mistake. I did not mean to make that mark before I did, but it's okay, I did. So now we just continue onwards, right? I wanna do something unique with this shape. I'm trying to think. Well, for starters, at least I can make a little diagonal here, right? Is that overshooting? I don't think that's overshooting. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. And then I could do something like this. Cool. Something like that. Right. And we could... Again, seeing these lines is very difficult, especially since it's the end of the day. And brain energy is perhaps minimal, right? But that's the point. You know, to draw, to think, to struggle, even when your mental capacity demands and states otherwise. Otherwise, right? Okay, I didn't want a ghost, but I do want to... So that's really difficult. There you go. Okay, that's an interesting shape. Not too... Fuck, man. BSTL. If you don't know what BSTL means, it's... You can thank, what's it called? My grade 6 friends, right? After health ed... Fucking health education. What the fuck is it called? Phys ed? No, not phys ed. Whatever. After health class, we learned about, you know, the human body and all that shit. And then one of my friends came up with BSTL. Balls stuck to leg. Mind you, we're in grade 6. So it was quite funny. And that's what I was just experiencing. Good old BSTL. That's why you probably heard a little bit of shuffling. I fucked that up, which is completely fine. Cool. And now, the thing is, I have to move this up because I know the camera captures it, but I can't see too well from down here. This little thing is actually blocking it slightly more. And yeah, this is actually, it's resting. Like, this is a little platform that the paper rests on. So, otherwise it would just fall, right? So yeah, anyways, just, I guess, fucking Viggy lore. It's much like Tana lore, which will be mine, except it's Viggy lore. That's a little Zanny joke there for you who watch Zanny. Okay. I think that's decent. Again, that comes down. That was definitely overshooting. If I were to follow it, yeah, it's overshooting. Okay, that's fine. And then we have this. Obviously, it's gonna converge. The thing is, this is doing this type of exercise, making these shapes a lot more complicated. As you can see, my brain really isn't working. But making these shapes a lot more complicated is great for seeing through. Right, literally. seeing through what the other side looks like. You know? Anyways, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Let me just finish this, bro. Okay, I guess that's an interesting shape, and it kind of worked out in the end, I guess. At the end of the day, I guess I'm trying. I don't fucking know. My brain's so tired. I can't even think of anything motivational to say. Just watch along, draw along. I'm gonna rest my brain. Jesus. Oh god, major BSTL. Jesus Christ, bro. There you go. It's fixed. And it's back. So sitting on this chair is the problem. I need to get a new gamer chair. Emphasis on the game. Alright. Continuing onwards. Cool. Damn, this is actually starting to look pretty interesting. That's nice. Okay, so what is also difficult? Why don't I do something like this? Because that will be cool. Okay, so at least I'm getting better at seeing. Okay, so yeah, that would have been something like this. Right. How's the minor axis looking? Pretty off. It's not, definitely not going there. It's going slightly off. It's like right around there. But that's what we work around. Right. And to make things even more confusing, just do this. Okay, definitely gotta work on my penmanship. Yes, DD Dragonova was absolutely correct. I could stand to go a bit faster with my lines, but at the cost of quality, maybe? There you go. That was pretty good. Nope, that was horrible. That was, what the fuck? I thought I measured it accurately, but then I ended up way overshooting. But I think we can still salvage it. By doing something like this. Right. Cool. Something like that. And then maybe, I don't even know what the fuck, how I can make this shape cutout seem legit. Oh, like this. So it is just coming in a little bit. Like that. Ta-da! No, it's just going down there. That makes sense, I think. But hey, that was difficult. That was very difficult, which is amazing, right? That's the good. But yeah, I love this. Like, I think overall the point is I'm trying to obviously showcase that, hey, vanishing point here, way off vanishing point. Well, you can't see, but you can just assume if this vanishing point was like over here, then the one they're looking at is like way over here, right? But it's just shifted, right? It's just shifted. Maybe that makes sense. I don't know. I'm not in Viggy teaching mode, but I do have a teaching series idea planned. I had it planned way back, half a year ago, but now I think it's time. You know when you get that feeling where you're like, okay, I think it's that very strong feeling. Okay, I got to do this thing. I think it's time, whether I believe I'm ready to teach or not. I feel very passionately about this topic, which is what I've been talking about. If all I've been talking about is mindset, right? So I think it's time that I actually make a mindset video. The title I already have planned, right? I already know the order in which I'm going to go in. It's going to be mindset, then other things. When those other things come about, I don't know. But at the very least, I want to get this mindset video across. There might not be another teaching video for a year or two even, and after this one, but I don't care. I really want to get this message across for beginners. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Yeah, visualizing this is so difficult. It's amazing. And that ain't too bad either. Let's just see. That line was an error. Error. You feel good from that shit, right? Cool. And now we have this. See, I'm making little millimeter adjustments to my pen, which you probably can't see, but that is dictating what line I visualize. And maybe just to double check. Okay, that's pretty good. But that's not all I'm gonna do. There you go. Something like that. Slightly off, to be honest, but I don't care. It's the fact that I tried that matters to me. Yeah, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I really don't think I'll be making those quote unquote 20 shapes. But at this point, I'm clearly. It doesn't really matter, does it? I'm already pretty advanced in that regard. You know, not to, of course, be embodying any specific level of hubris, but possibly it is okay to have slightly less of the shapes they require. But at the same time, I don't think, funny enough, that hubris will allow me to do such a thing, because I need to make sure I comply with the requirements. So yeah, either way, I'll probably end up just doing however much I can. We'll see. If I hit it, I hit it. If I don't like to spend too much time on this, because obviously I do want to get to the additional grind nodes. Oh, so I had it right the first time. Nice. That was correct. Very good. And let's see, that one. I think that's the line. Right? Yeah, I think that's the line. Nope, it's slightly off. There you go, that's better. That's more of the line. Still misaligned actually, but I did what I could, And then what if we had a box like this? Just make that the middle. Something like that. Yeah, not perfect, which is great. Because perfection can also be a bit boring, right? And let's just do this. Cool. And we'll there you go. Something like that. That's nice. I like that. I think that's pretty decent. But yeah, let me rest my brain again. It's already been 40 minutes. Wonderful. This is a great practice, guys. This is a great practice. If you want something to genuinely make it feel as if you're beginning to really, really, really understand and apply 3D space, it's this. Like the entirety of the artwod grind nodes. And again, I genuinely recommend signing up for them. Do the beginner roadmap. Their basic membership is actually very, very cheap, monthly or yearly. But monthly, it's actually very cheap. So yeah, I would recommend. And again, the grind nodes. The grind nodes is where you're gonna see the progress. And even if you're going through it, right? Because you unlock the grind nodes after you do a certain amount of lessons, like within the beginner roadmap, right? And within each lesson, they have 3 to 4 exercises they have you do. I would always suggest just do minimum double to triple what they require of you, right? Whether that's the video lessons themselves, like emulating the video lessons like I did, or the actual little mini assignments they have prior to the grind nodes. I would 100% recommend always do more. Always do more, no matter in art especially, or with any skill, right? Always do more than what is required, right? Especially since I don't think you can never go wrong with too much mileage, quote unquote, in art, unless you're burning yourself out. But that's why you do little blocks, like 60, 90-minute blocks, right? You train yourself to be able to do that. Some people can do a few hours, whatever. But the point is, always do more than what's required, especially when it comes to the fundamentals, which is what I'm doing, right? This is supposed to be 20 boxes, one vanishing point, another vanishing point, right? I'm manipulating them, because what is this doing? This is getting me to the practice of manipulating shapes, right? While keeping an entire fucking grid in my mind, right? So that is the level of difficulty that I'm striving for. Whatever your version of pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone to a notable degree is, do it. It's as simple as that. Do that, right? The more you push yourself outside of your comfort zone, the more you'll get used to pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone. That's a skill in of itself. Everything is a skill, right? But anyways, I'm gonna rest my brain. All right. Wow, that was a very long silence. I didn't mean for it to go on to that long, but because I was really enjoying resting my brain, and I was also going on little rants in my head as to how I would structure the that lesson, right? The teaching thing. I need to write some of this shit down. Maybe I should write it down right now. Let me just do a little note here. Uh, there you go. That, as well as there you go. I just wrote that down. Yeah, you guys didn't see it, but it's on the topic of talent versus skill, or talent and skill, and the little ramble slash rant I'll have prepared for that, right? Okay, but anyways, let's do another one here. I really have this song now. Okay, I'm learning a new piano piece. It's called what the fuck is it called? Waltz in C minor or some shit? Yeah, Waltz in C minor. It's by Clementi. No, it's not by Clementi. It's by is it by Clementi? Fuck, I might have to search it up. But I think it's called Waltz in C minor, and it's pretty fucking good. Not much else to be said there. It is a really, really, really nice piece. Or maybe I should do one this way. I actually haven't done anything this way, so let's do that. That will actually train my spatial reasoning more. That was completely off, but it's okay. Notice, like, again, like, I do make noises like oh, or like, well, that wasn't good enough, but it's how we follow up to that, right? It's okay. In fact, it's not only okay, it's downright orgasmic, right? That is what we want to convey to ourselves. Because again, if you're telling yourself it's okay, then it must be okay, right? And a lot of mindset is just reinforcing a thought to yourself, even if you don't believe it, right? I use the word gaslight because that's probably resonates better with the current generation, but truly, it really is just reinforcing a particular thought, right? That's the biggest part that I've learned when it comes to mindset. Okay, I want to try something unique, I guess, because I'm a spatial snowflake. So we'll do something like that. And I know that line ended up being a bit wonky, but this is cheer up, beautiful fan base. This is where you get to make it right. Okay, and then we can do something like there you go. And then we get this line, which was a bit off, but it's okay. And then I'll do something bigger here. Sand bigger. Okay. Let's see. See, this is actually very difficult. But not bad. It's okay. It's actually it's all right. I'm not even gonna say it's good, because we can always be better. That's okay. And then right, it has to be a bit skewed, I believe. maybe this ended up becoming a bit too skewed, but that is roughly how it should look. And then we can reinforce the perspective yet again. There you go. Cool. Yeah. Something like that. Difficult, very difficult, but very fun. Very fun. It's been 50 minutes. I should add something here. Probably one thing here, another thing here, right? 1, 2. Maybe that'll be it. I mean, how many shapes did I draw? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Ah, that's unfortunate. Only 14. Well, I don't see my spouse. What the fuck, can't speak. I don't see myself spending any more time on this, to be honest. Like a third hour, I feel would be redundant in the sense that I think I've trained a decent amount towards whatever this is, right? Like this vanishing point over here. It's very fun. Don't get me wrong, but these grind nodes will be here forever. I can always go back. But right now, I just want to do a good amount and challenge myself a good amount on the beginner roadmap, the grind node, whatever, and then move on to the next thing. Because the thing is, I'm not doing the bare minimum, right? I'm challenging myself quite a bit, and it's all stacking on top of each other, right? That's my cope, I guess. And it feels as if that is not accurate. It feels as if this is not accurate either. These are actually all wrong. That's okay. These are way too off. Now I see what the problem was. But that's fine. Again, like, it's okay if I made a lot of mistakes, because I'm just seeing them, you know. I'm just building the eye, so to say. So that's all we're working on right now. Just building the ability to see. And like I said, I can revisit this as much as I want. So it's not the end of the world. Right. This actually ended up becoming a lot more basic than I wanted it to be. So I guess I'll just add some cylinders here. Something like that, right? And then we have something like that. Cool. Which is nice. That's fun. And I guess I could always do a little diagonal just to really make things difficult. Which should be fun. Right, because if that, then that. See, I haven't thought about a cross section like this before, so that does make it even more difficult. And to actually attempt it clearly doesn't really work as intended. This actually does. You probably can't even tell that there's little diagonal thing like this is supposed to be happening here because I did it incorrectly, and that's fine. Right, that's okay. This just looks like a mistake at this point, like a wonky line, which I will accept. But if that's the case, we should add more cylinders. Right. I drew these wrong. That's alright. Because technically, I still know how to make it look relatively believable. It's fine, it's fine. But, okay, it's been 55 minutes. I will do, let's see, one more shape. What's another nice spot for a shape that reinforces? This feels a bit cluttered to me. But there's like a lot of open space here. Right? Whatever, let's do another one. Going here. Something like this. Let's see how that is in terms of accuracy. Oh, it's overshot a little bit, which is okay. Let's do another little cylinder over donder. I think that's pretty accurate. Well, I think. It's overshooting a little, but not bad. Cool, not bad at all. And then we can have this. And maybe to make it a bit more unique this time around, we'll do this instead. We'll have it jutting out as an addition rather than a subtraction. Right? Some box here. Right, center lines are roughly around there. Make that line a bit clean. And make this line hopefully a little bit clean. Okay, that's not bad, that's okay. Slowly but surely. And don't call me Shirley. Classic. There you go. How's that looking? That is undershooting. 100% that's undershooting. Yep. I knew I was doing it and I did it anyways. And that's okay. That's okay. That's, oh my god, that's okay. See, that's the subtle difference. Good stuff. And then it's going all the way over there. Man, keeping track of that other vanishing point is very difficult. Cool. Something like that, right? Yeah, I have to do this in order to ensure. I'll stop there. What am I doing? That was a mess up. But something like that? Yeah. I think that's okay. It's not amazing. Cool. Alright. Okay, it's been exactly an hour. Let's just draw another shape. Right, 2, 4, 6, 8, wait, what the fuck? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Okay, I'll just draw 17. Right, I know it's not the 20 boxes, but forgive me, Antonio Artwod. Well, his name's Antonio Stiparks. I'm not gonna fucking, that's just my little inside joke. Antonio Artwod, because he's the founder of Artwod. But yeah, and forgive me, Antonio Artwod, for I have not technically done what is required of me, but I've gone above and beyond, so, you know, suck a dick. But oh, he's a gym bro, so he definitely is gonna suck my dick. But let's see, do we have anything else? Okay, I guess I can just do one all the way up here. Maybe I should do another one down here. I don't fucking know. Whatever. It's okay. This video ends up being a bit longer. It's not a problem. Good stuff. Finally, I see that as well. You know, if that's the case, then yeah, let's just do one down here to reinforce it. We started with what? This one and this one, right? These two are, or is that what we started with? I believe so. So let's end it with these two. And then let's see, I don't want to shake the paper too much, but it's hard to not. There you go. We'll just have two simple boxes that reinforce the perspective. And they will just be two simple boxes, roughly. That's off. I know that's off. But it's okay. Cool. And then we'll have let's see. Okay, that's relatively accurate. There you go, see? I know that's off too, actually. But that's okay. There's just simple boxes to reinforce what we have been establishing this entire time, right? There you go. That will lead very close to it. Okay. Nice. And then this one will again just make it very simple. Cool. Wow, this is the quietest I've ever been. So I know I'm just focused and tired. It's been a very long time since I've done such a quote unquote quiet episode. Right? There you go. This one will be something like that. I just need to make sure it's accurate. That's overshooting, so we just go a little bit further. It's like this. There you go. All right. Yep, that's also overshooting. Yeah, that's way overshooting, but it's okay. That was fun. That was very fun. How many did I end up drawing? 18, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Yeah, 18. Not bad. I was supposed to do 20. You know, I did 18, whatever. I'm going to just submit it, right? And then post it on the artwod Discord, the Broken Draw Discord. Fucking get like 2 likes and call it a day. So, yeah, with that being said, my brain is tired, which is wonderful. I hope your brain is tired as well. And I hope you use the next 10 minutes as an opportunity, or at least 5 minutes as an opportunity. Just rest your brain. Don't go on your phone. Don't do anything. Employ the spacing effect. Thank you very much. But with that being said, as always, fuck you for watching. Keep drawing. And please give me money. Thank you.